Welcome to AffairsCloud. My name is Vikas Rana. We are one-stop solution for current affairs. You can find Crack Current Affairs course on our application exclusively for current affairs, where you will get daily, weekly, monthly content on regular basis. Use the code Vikas10 and get 10% additional discount while purchasing the course. Also, students, follow us on Telegram and Instagram. The link for the same are mentioned in our description. This video has both English and Hindi. The first part is English and second part is Hindi. Timestamps are mentioned in the description below. So students, we have started a new initiative that is of handwritten notes. It is helpful to understand the news daily, time saving and very useful for your revision. We aims to cover 15 questions via handwritten notes in upcoming bank exams. These handwritten notes are available on daily current affairs content PDF at our mobile application and website careerscloud.in. Only our Crack Current Affairs subscribers will be able to access these handwritten notes. A sample PDF of the handwritten notes will be available in the description.
Hello everyone, how are you all? I hope you are all good. So students, in this video we will be discussing important current affairs for the topic National Affairs for Feb month. Session will be quite interesting and important, students. Stay tuned with us till the end. Students, we upload the daily current affairs video at 5 a.m. in the morning. This is quite an interesting and important video that I want you all to watch every day. Let's start with the content. First question is, Union Minister of State, Science and Technology Dr. Jitendra Singh has commemorated the 60th anniversary of CSIR dash in UP. So, which is the arm of CSIR's that recently 60th anniversary was commemorated by Dr. Jitendra Singh? It is Indian Institute of Toxicology Research. Next, Union Minister for Labour and Employment Mansukh Mandavia has launched two initiatives, State and Union Territory Microsites and Occupational Storage Index. It was launched under what? It was launched under eSharam, right? This eSharam portal, right? And this was during the State Union Territory Labour Ministers and Secretaries meet in New Delhi. This eSharam microsites, they are state-specific digital platforms that are combined with the national eSharam database that will simplify the registration of the unorganized workers. Next, the Cabinet Committee on Security chaired by Prime Minister Narendra Modi has approved a project worth over 10,000 crore rupees to procure ammunition for Indian Army, and these ammunition are for Pinaka multi-barrel rocket launcher system of Indian Army, right? And these ammunition under this project will be manufactured domestically to meet the requirements of the Indian Army over the next 10 years. Next, where was India's first organic fisheries cluster introduced by Union Ministry of Fisheries, Animal Husbandry and Dairying, Rajiv Ranjan Singh, during the North-Eastern Region States Meet 2025 held in Assam. So it is in Sikkim state. Next, the inland mangrove Guneri was recently declared as the first dash of Gujarat to protect a unique mangrove ecosystem, right? It was declared as the first biodiversity heritage site of Gujarat to protect a unique mangrove ecosystem. This initiative aims to protect a unique mangrove ecosystem that grows in a non-tidal environment, boosting the region's ecological value. Next, where was the theatre level operational readiness exercise, that is TROPEX, observed, which involved joint operations of the Indian Navy, Indian Army and Indian Air Force. So all the three forces took part from here. So it was in the Indian Ocean region. This is the TROPEX exercise. Then Central Zoo Authority approved the establishment of India's first white tiger breeding center in which state? This is an important question, students. So India's first white tiger breeding center will be in which state? It will be in Madhya Pradesh, in the Rewa district of Madhya Pradesh, right? Next, Maharashtra is set to establish India's first dash university aimed at becoming a center of excellence for innovation and skill development. So Maharashtra, it is set to establish India's first center of excellence for artificial intelligence, right? This will be an artificial intelligence university that will become a center of excellence for innovation and skill development. It will be where? It will be in Maharashtra. Next, which organization announced by the Ministry of External Affairs in Feb became a full-fledged treaty based intergovernmental international organization and legal entity from 23rd of Jan 2025. It is IBCA, International Big Cat Alliance, right? Under this, 7 big cats will be preserved. And here recently, Ministry of External Affairs has announced that they became a full-fledged treaty-based international government organization, that is IBCA. Next, in Feb, in COIS, that is Indian National Center for Ocean Information Services, they celebrated their 26th Foundation Day. It was celebrated where? Location is Telangana, with the launch of the 2 new services, Dash and the INCOIS Global Ocean Reanalysis version 1. So, what 2 services were launched here? It is your Hilsa Fisheries Advisory Service and INCOIS Global Ocean Reanalysis version 1 was launched here. Next, which of the following organizations collaborated with the Carbon Markets Association of India to strengthen carbon markets and support decarbonization in India? So, among the following, it is Indian Institute of Corporate Affairs. This partnership will strengthen the carbon markets and support the decarbonization in India. Next is your under which ministry national-wide campaign Watershed Yatra was launched to create awareness about the watershed development activities. So under which ministry? It is under the Ministry of Rural Development. This campaign will consist of one movements for 60 to 90 days, right, across 805 projects, which is estimated to cover 13,587 villages and 26 union territories, 26 states and 2 union territories. Next is Odisha's Chief Minister Mohan Charan Manji launched the Bikasita Gaon Bikasita Odisha scheme, right, with a budget of 5,000 crore rupees over 5 years to support what? It was to support the rural development. Next, Himachal Pradesh Chief Minister Sukhwinder Singh Sukhu has laid the foundation stone for North India's first 1 megawatt dash in Solan district of Himachal Pradesh. That is the 1 megawatt green hydrogen plant in the Solan district of Himachal Pradesh with an investment of 9.04 crore rupees. Next is Tamil Nadu's Chief Minister M.K. Stalin has recently inaugurated a 4.3 gigawatt solar cell and a module manufacturing facility of Tata Power Solar Systems Limited in the Tirunelveli district of Tamil Nadu. This facility has been established with an investment of 3,800 crore rupees, and this plant is expected to generate 4,000 job opportunities, with 80% of them being female. Next, Indian Army's Fort William in Kolkata was renamed to what? It was renamed to Vijay Durg to eliminate the colonial influences. Next, Karnataka Governor Tharchand Gehlot recently launched a Braille-enabled version of the Indian Constitution in Bengaluru, Karnataka to mark the 75th anniversary of the Constitution. Next, name the organization that recently unveiled the redefined and augmented research vehicle and thrust areas across DRDO Industry Academia Center of Excellence in New Delhi. Which is that organization? The organization is the Directorate of Futuristics Technology Management. This initiative will streamline and enhance the focus on the future technology needs in the directed research areas. Next, identify the Women Entrepreneurship Program that was launched by Union Minister of State Jayant Chaudhary in 9 colleges and universities across Assam, Meghalaya and Mizoram. It is Swalambini. Next, name the joint exercise recently conducted by the Indian Army and Indian Air Force focused on airborne operations to enhance the inter-service synergy in the eastern region of India. It is Winged Raider. This is the name of the joint exercise. And this exercise held between Indian Army and Indian Air Force. Next, in Feb, the Center for the Development of Advanced Computing under the Ministry of Electronics and Information Technology, they have signed a letter of intent with whom? It was with the Lego Group that will support the growth of the Indian electronic toy industry. Next, in which energy sector India achieved a historic milestone by exceeding 100 gigawatt capacity, reinforcing their leadership in renewable energy in Feb 2025. So this was in solar energy. We have achieved 100 gigawatt of target. Next, what is the harmonized system of nomenclature? This is an HSN code. This is given to any product that is traded in international market, and recently white rice was given this code. What is that code? It is 1006-3091. I'm sorry students, wait.
Next, what is the normal procurement period for groundnut in Gujarat and Karnataka, which was recently extended by 6 days and 25 days respectively? So, what is the date normal procurement period? It was 90 days, which was extended by 6 days for groundnut in Gujarat and 25 days for groundnut in Karnataka. Next, where was the first ever Bay of Bengal initiative for multi-sectoral and economic cooperation, that is BIMSTEC Youth Summit, inaugurated by Union Minister Mansukh Mandaviya? So where was this inaugurated? In Gujarat. Next, identify the program that was launched during the 4th India-UK Energy Dialogue in Feb, co-chaired by Union Minister of Power Manohar Lal Khattar and Secretary for the Department of Energy Security and Net Zero, Ed Miliband of UK. So identify that program. Accelerating smart power and renewable energy in India. This is the program. Next, name the indigenous automated biomedical waste treatment plant that was launched by Union Minister for Science and Technology, Dr. Jitendra Singh, at AIIMS, New Delhi. So name that indigenous automated bio-waste or biomedical waste treatment plant. It is Srijnam. Next, which mark is mandated for stainless steel seamless pipes and tubes according to Stainless Steel Pipes and Tubes Order 2025 issued by DPIIT? So which mark? It is your BSI mark, that is compulsory for the stainless steel seamless pipes and tubes if they want to sell the products in the market. Next, how much amount has been allocated for the first phase of rehabilitating victims of 2024 Wayanad landslides in Kerala? Budget presented by the Kalanjur Narayan Panikar Balagopal in Feb 2025. So how much amount has been allocated? 720 crore rupees has been allocated for rehabilitation of the victims of the Wayanad slides in Kerala. Next, what is the budget amount presented by the Finance Minister of West Bengal, Chandrima Bhattacharya, in FY26? So budget is 3.89 lakh crore rupees. Next, which state has launched a revamped single window system at the Global Investors Meet to accelerate investment and ease of doing business? So which state? It is Karnataka state. Next, where was the Rural Technology Action Group Smart Village Center launched in Feb 25 with the aim of addressing rural technology needs and promoting innovation? It was launched in the state of Haryana. Next, name the initiative introduced by Madhya Pradesh as the first state in India to position itself as a hub for global innovation, technology and business collaboration. It is Global Capability Centers. Next, identify the disease targeted for elimination by launching the annual nationwide mass drug administration campaign by Union Minister for Health and Family Welfare JP Nadda in FY25. So it is your lymphatic filariasis. Next, Department of Post has released a special commemorative souvenir sheet featuring 3 postage stamps dedicated to Mahakumbh Mela 2025, which is taking place in Prayagraj, UP from 13th of Jan to 26th of Jan. Who has designed that commemorative postage stamp? It was designed by Shankha Samantha. Next, what is the value of the commemorative coin that will be issued to mark the birth centenary of legendary playback singer Mohammad Rafi as announced by Government of India in 2025? So it is a 100 rupees commemorative coin that will be issued. Next, mention the company that developed the India's first road train that was launched by Union Minister of Road Transport and Highways Nitin Gadkari ji in Nagpur, Maharashtra. So mention that company. That company is your Volvo Trucks. So that's all for the day, students. Now let's move to revision part that will be beneficial for your learning.
First question is, identify the company that recently signed a memorandum of understanding with GRSE, that is Garden Reach Shipbuilders and Engineers Limited, for 5 years to strengthen India defense and aerospace capabilities. It is Apollo Micro Systems. This collaboration will address the need of the present and the future need of the Indian Defense Forces. Next, who has been recently selected as the pilot for the Axiom 4 mission, becoming the first Indian astronaut to go to the International Space Station on a private mission? So, Group Captain Subhanshu Shukla was appointed as the pilot for the Axiom 4 mission and he became the first Indian astronaut to go to the International Space Station on a private mission. And this Axiom space mission is of NASA. Next, mention the defense system that DRDO successfully conducted 3 consecutive flight trials from Integrated Test Range Chandipur, Odisha in Feb 2025. It is very short range air defense system. These tests were conducted against high speed targets flying at a very low altitude. Next, the Indian Navy launched its ninth ammunition cum torpedo cum missile barge called Landing Ship Ammunition 23 at Suryadipta Projects Private Limited in Thane, Maharashtra. This ACTCM barge was designed and constructed by which organization? It was by MSME Shipyard in collaboration with the Indian Ship Designing Firm and Indian Shipping Registry or Indian Register of Shipping. Next, identify the navigation satellite that was launched by the Japan Aerospace Exploration Agency JAXA using their HC rocket from the TNSC in Japan. So, name that navigation satellite. It is Michibiki 6. Next, and one more thing, students, here remember, question can also be asked, this S3 rocket is of which organization? It is of Japan country and the organization here is JAXA. Next is, during the 92nd USA spacewalk, which astronaut set the new record of a total spacewalk time by women? She is Sunita Williams and she was recently brought back to from International Space Station to Earth, right? And along him, who was the other astronaut? Butch Wilmore. It was brought back by Crew 9 mission and it was Dragon capsule that brought them back here. Next, identify the super application that was recently introduced by the Ministry of Railways to provide one-stop solution for Indian Railways services. It is Swarel. It is Swarel. Next, the latest version of the finite element analysis of structure, that is FEAST software, was launched by Dash at the 8th National Finite Element Developers Meeting at the IIT Hyderabad in Telangana. It is by ISRO, Indian Space Research Organization. Next is, how many MQ-9B Predator drones were procured from General Atomics USA as approved by the Cabinet Committee on Security chaired by Prime Minister Narendra Modi for a strategic defense projects in Feb 2025. It is 31 MQ-9B Predator drones that were procured here. And this deal includes 16 Sky Guardians and 15 Sea Guardian variants. Next, name the rocket that was launched by the Russia from Plastek Cosmodrome to deploy military satellites into orbit. It is Soyuz 2.1V rocket. Next, United States Navy successfully tested the high energy laser with integrated optical dazzler and surveillance system, that is Helios system, using the Algerburg class guided missile destroyer. Question asked is, this Helios system was developed by whom? It was developed by Lockheed Martin Group. Next, in Feb, Spin launched, they developed an innovative method of Dash to launch satellites into the low Earth orbit without traditional rocket fuel. So in Feb, this Spin launch, this is a traditional method which is using the centrifugal force in order to rotate the satellites at a very high speed and then launch it into the space. So this is an innovative method developed by the electric powered kinetic launch mechanism. Next, identify the company that recently delivered their latest anti-tank 4 weapons to the Indian Armed Forces in February month. It is Saab AB. It is Sweden-based company. Next, in Feb, the Shenzhou 19 crew on China's Tiangong space station successfully produced oxygen, right? And this was done through artificial photosynthesis. Quite an interesting and important question. So using artificial photosynthesis, oxygen and rocket fuel were produced at the Tiangong space station, that is the space station of China. Next is, which company successfully completed the 29th New Shepard flight in Feb, simulating lunar gravity for the first time? It is Blue Origin. Take a note of this, and this Blue Origin is of Jeff Bezos. Next, name the drone carrier warship that was commissioned by Iran for the first time into the Islamic Revolutionary Guard Corps Navy in the Persian Gulf. So, what is the name of that drone carrier? It is Shahid Bagheri. Shahid Bagheri. This is the name of the drone carrier and it is of Iran. Next, identify the cryogenic engine that ISRO successfully carried out the ignition trial for the upper stage of launch vehicle Mark 3 in Feb 2025. It is CE-20. Take a note of it. And as per ISRO, the multi-element igniter within the engine has successfully simulated the engine ignition in the vacuum condition of space. Next, identify the organization that recently collaborated with the CNSA, that is China National Space Administration, to include Pakistan's first lunar rover in the China's Chang'e mission scheduled for 2028. So, which is that organization that collaborated with CNSA? It is the Space and Upper Atmosphere Research Commission of Pakistan. Next, which Indian institute collaborated with ISRO's Inertial System Unit to design and develop semiconductor chips, that is indigenous RISC-V controller for space application by the name IRIS, that is indigenous RISC-V controller for space application, and it was developed in Feb. Which is that IIT? It is Indian Institute of Madras. Next, in Feb, SpaceX Falcon 9 rocket launched a batch of 21 Starlink satellites. It was launched into the low Earth orbit, marking a significant step in expanding its satellite internet network. And in India, they are partnering with Airtel and Jio to provide internet services using the Starlink. Next, in Feb, Indo-Russian Rifles Private Limited, they have delivered 40,000 units of what? They delivered the 40,000 units of AK-203 assault rifles to the Indian Army, and these rifles will be delivered, or they will be manufactured at the Korwa Ordnance Factory, that is in Amethi in Uttar Pradesh. Next, which organization partnered with the Aeronautical Development Agency to develop high strength, high toughness, special grade steel, that is MDN 100 for aerospace applications? It is Mishra Dhatu Nigam Limited. Moving on, Indian ship design firm along with which organization designed and built the Indian Navy 8th missile cum ammunition barge launched on 14th of Feb in Visakhapatnam, Andhra Pradesh. So, which is that Indian ship design firm? It is IRS, Indian Register of Shipping. Next, identify the organization that developed and tested India's 4th generation deep ocean submersible Matsya 6000 under the Samudriyan project in Feb 2025. It is National Institute of Ocean Technology, that is NIOT. Next, identify the spectrograph that was used by the scientists at the Physical Research Laboratory to discover the exoplanet. This is the exoplanet in Feb 2025. So, name that spectrograph. It is which spectrograph that was used here? So, it is your Advanced Radial Velocity All-Sky Research 2 that was used to discover this exoplanet. Next, name the new communication satellite that was launched by China using the Long March 3B carrier rocket into geosynchronous transfer orbit to replace China Sat 10. So, name that communication satellite. It is China Sat 10R. So, China Sat 10R will be replacing China Sat 10. Next, which mission data was used to generate the first ever detailed geological map of the moon's south pole in Feb 2025? It is Chandrayaan 3. Take a note of this. First ever detailed geological map of the moon's south pole. Moving on, identify the missile that was jointly tested by DRDO and Indian Navy at the ITR Chandipur, Odisha in Feb 2025. It is Naval Anti-Ship Missile Short Range. In Feb, Prime Minister Surya Ghar Muft Bijli Yojana marked its first anniversary. Which of the following are correct here? If we look at the option, B and C are right, A is wrong. A is saying that this scheme operates under the Ministry of Housing and Urban Affairs. Is it correct? So no, it is this scheme, Prime Minister Surya Ghar Muft Bijli Yojana, it operates under Ministry of New and Renewable Energy. Now all the options are right. Next, mention the state that launched the scheme Safal to enhance the livelihoods of underprivileged families and promote women empowerment. So, which is that state? It is Gujarat state, and this initiative will be empowering 50,000 families holding Antyodaya Anna Yojana cards across 25 talukas in the 10 districts of Gujarat in the next 5 years. Next, which of the following are incorrect regarding the 9-year anniversary of Pradhan Mantri Fasal Bima Yojana? If we look at the options, A is right, C is right, B is wrong. So B is our answer. B is saying that Pradhan Mantri Fasal Bima Yojana recently extended until FY 26-27 with an outlay of 69,515 crore rupees. Is it correct? No. It has been extended till 25-26. Now option B is right. Next, what is the maximum loan amount facilitated under the Mutual Credit Guarantee Scheme for MSME launched by Union Minister for Finance Nirmala Sitharaman ma'am on Feb 2025? So it is 100 crore rupees, right? So here the aim to facilitate a maximum loan of 100 crore rupees to MSMEs for purchase of machinery or equipments without collateral, and this scheme is available for the next 4 years until 7 lakh crore is guaranteed under which it is issued. Next, Soil Health Card scheme launched by the Government of India completed 10 years in 2025. It aims to provide farmers with soil quality assessments. Identify the incorrect statement regarding this scheme. If we look at the option A and B are right, C is wrong. C is saying that the Soil Health Card provides the status of the soil based on 12 key parameters. Is it correct? So, everything is right here. Here, this Soil Health Card, correct? It provides status of soil health on 12 parameters. Is it correct? Yes, this option is also right. I think all the options here are rightly mentioned. No, yes, C is right, A is wrong. It is saying that scheme is promoted by the Department of Land Resources under the Ministry of Rural Development. No, it is not the Ministry of Rural Development, but it is Ministry of Agriculture and Farmers Welfare. Next, identify the initiative under the Ministry of Ayush that received the 5 Guinness World Records in Feb 2025, highlighting India's commitment to holistic healthcare and Ayurveda. It is your Desh Ka Prakriti Parikshan Abhiyan, right? This is the initiative under Ministry of Ayush. Next, in which state Prime Minister Narendra Modi released the 19th installment of Pradhan Mantri Kisan Samman Nidhi scheme on 14th or 24th of Feb? So it is in Bihar. The 19th installment of this PM Kisan Samman Nidhi was released. Next, Government e-marketplace GEM celebrated 6 years of Swayat, that is Startup Women Youth Advantage through e-transactions initiative in Delhi. Under which ministry Swayat initiative was launched in 2019? It was launched under the Ministry of Commerce and Industry. Next, which of the following are correct with respect to Prime Minister Narendra Modi's visit to Uttarakhand and Odisha? If we look at the options, option A and B are right, C is wrong. It is saying that during the inauguration of the 38th National Games, boxing, Malakkam have been included in the National Games for the first time. So it is not boxing and Malakkam, but it is yoga and Malakkam that were added to the National Games for the first time. Now all the options are right. Next, Union Minister Piyush Ved Prakash Goyal under the Ministry of Commerce and Industry visited Sultanate of Oman from 27th to 28th of January. Identify the bilateral agreement that was exchanged during the event. It was double taxation avoidance agreement that was discussed during this meeting. Next, which of the following are correct with respect to the recent visit of Prime Minister Narendra Modi to France and USA? If we look at the options, A and C are right, B is wrong. B is saying that India approved the supply to supply its Pinaka multi-launch artillery rocket systems to France, which were developed by CSIR. Is it correct? So these were developed by whom? Not CSIR but DRDO. Now all the options are rightly mentioned. Next, in Feb, External Affairs Minister Dr. S. Jaishankar attended the 8th Indian Ocean Conference themed Voyage to New Horizons of Maritime Partnership held in which city to strengthen the regional cooperation? So, it was held where? In Muscat, Oman. Take a note of this. Next, where was the inaugural Seoul Leadership Conclave inaugurated by Prime Minister Narendra Modi, in which Bhutan's Prime Minister Dasho Shering Togbe also participating during his visit? So, it was held in New Delhi. Take a note of it. Next, pick out the correct statement regarding the recent 3-day visit of PM Narendra Modi to Madhya Pradesh, Bihar and Assam from 23rd to 25th of Feb. If we look at the options, the correct statement B and C are right. A is wrong. A is saying that PM inaugurated this 2-day Global Investor Summit in Assam. Over 300 industry leaders from 60 countries gathered in pharma, transport, tourism, MSME sectors. So is it correct? Everything is right. It was not in Assam, it was in Madhya Pradesh.